Now let's go over the rear transmission, or the final reduction, as it's called in the books. I'm going to explain what it does in simple layman's terms. Layman means that I'm not going to use any fancy hoity-toity bullshit French terms that make me sound really great. I'm going to make you understand how to do it. Now, can anyone tell me out there? Let me ask you all a question. What is a teacher's job? A good teacher. Not the 95% of the people that work in schools, but a real teacher. Is a real teacher's job to tell you every time you ask a question to shut up and read the damn book? Or is a real teacher's job to answer the question 2, 3, 4,000 times, maybe 10,000 times, in order for that particular student to learn? Now, in my opinion, a teacher is supposed to make a student learn, figure out his or her learning curve, and make him or her understand. And so when they leave the class, they know what the hell's going on. That's my philosophy. Now, this is the final drive right here. Now, there's a whole bunch of gearing and things like that. We have our final reduction, and I'm almost running out of batteries. We have a bearing removal tool. Oh, and it's a weight. Basically what that is a slide hammer, like this one right here, okay? But they call it something else because, well, it's special. Then they have attachments here that pound the bearings into the case. Here and here. The attachments look like this. They're basically a piece of steel with different size heads on them that can pound a bearing into a spot, because you always want to hit on the outside of the bearing right there. That's why. But you can use a simple hammer. Remember, it's 50 cc's. It's like a weed whacker, okay? I mean, that's if you have all the special tools, which you don't have, and if you could buy them from Honda, they'd cost you more than the bike itself, if Honda would sell them to you. Now, on this final drive spindle that hooks onto your clutch on the other side, this is always wobbly a little bit, and it's always, after you clean the bearings, it's always rough. They tell you bearings are, oh, they're smooth as glass. Bullshit. Not on these. Not on the Honda Dios, and not on the 1500 transmissions I've torn apart. So, if you want to know how to take these out, what you do is you take this and put it in a vise on the other side, which means you have the vise teeth right here, and you pound the other side out right here, as you can see where the clutch is. Okay, you pound that out. What it will do is it will come out, the bearing and the drive will come out all at once. Okay, no problem. Now somebody asked, how do you take out these bearings? These are called blind bearings. They're blind bearings because they only have one side. They don't have another side. So what you need to use is a bearing puller, which you can buy on eBay. And I'll show you what they look like. If you want to do that, they look like this right here. Bearing removal head, 12 millimeters.